I will say, and I kind of want to get into like where I'm at now in therapy.
Yeah.
Is because I've been treating all those things, I feel like not my symptoms of ADHD. Like I'm able to focus more, and I've implemented things in my work day or even home life that kind of just help keep me structured.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like all these little things, I don't know how to explain them. Like I have weird mannerisms and I've always like held them in, but they're running rampant right now.
Like what?
I just be doing like random things like with my hands, or I'll say something randomly out loud. Kind of like impulsivity. So it's like I'm very impulsive, and sometimes I'm impulsive in my actions.
And what's
it's
wrong
just
with
like,
that?
You just got to get it out. Like,
What's
make
wrong
a weird
with it?
face. It's not, there's nothing wrong now because I'm not anxious about it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the anxiety piece came in to mask the stuff I was experiencing with ADHD, because it's so unnormal sometimes to do the things that I was trying to do.
Yeah. And I think you shouldn't be like hiding that side of you anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you do those little quirky things or whatever.
I don't think I
like,
knew
who
I was
cares?
hiding it. Like, I don't think I
Maybe
knew I was.
subconsciously you were like, oh, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna look crazy in front
No,
of other
I definitely subconsciously was holding, my hands back from whatever it was. But now I'm like,
Like, who cares? Like,
and now even my husband too, like, oh, poor man, I love you. Because like he'd be looking at me. But then what's crazy is like my son be doing the same thing too.
maybe he's just trying to copy
like,
you.
Oh my God, this is my missing link. But I think I'm at a point now where I am able to implement certain like activities or methods to kind of help keep things balanced. And I still have moments where like I think I'm doing well, like I mentioned early on, and then I regress. And I think that's the thing about therapy, that you have to give yourself grace for, is knowing that you're human and things are always going to go wrong or south. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just life in general.
Well, it is. And I feel like, though, it's almost like I have this expectation, like, because I'm in therapy, like I should be on this upward trajectory.
Yeah.
So like stepping back is like a disappointment.
Yeah.
And then that will put me into like a depressive state. Like,
because I think it's like it's more of like you go up, down, up, down. So it's not like up and then down. You know what I mean? So it's just like a little dip. And
well, sometimes it's a big dip, though. See, that's the thing.
I mean, some dips are bigger than others. But that's just like, for me too, is like when I've been working on myself for the last few years, and there are some days or like, weeks where like I feel really good. Like, oh man, I'm like on top of the world. I can do anything. And then there would be days or weeks where I'm like, I'm not high vibes right now. And I'm just like not feeling it. And because I used to really feel guilty about it too. And then that's just like a double negative.
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly. Now
you're already feeling low, and then you're already like, exactly.
You're down on the down.
You're adding more guilt to it, and it's just like more, you just get lower and lower. So when I get to that point now, especially when I'm aware that it's happening and I'm doing it, I just think that, okay, I just have to kind of just like deal with this right now, and it's fine. It's gonna get better. And I feel like that's just the same for therapy or whatever it is that you're working on.
Knowing that it's gonna get better.
Exactly.
But I think, and if anybody can relate, the biggest thing for me is just reminding myself that I went through years and years of things that led me to this point. So as much as I want it to be like, oh, it's been a year, I'm fine, it doesn't work like that, because there's also things that get stored and repressed that never come up. And that's kind of where I'm at now in therapy, because I've worked so much in the last year and a half to focus on like the very like symptomatic stuff, like, you know, why I can't focus, or why I can't get out of bed, or why, you know, just all these different things. And so now that's being treated, and I've learned different methods to deal and help that now I'm starting to get into things where it's like, you're going into your past
trauma.
And now you're getting real deep into the trauma and you're like making connections with like what took place when you were 5, or what happened with your mom when you were, you know, just all these different things. And so my last couple sessions really have been, I guess, revolved around that.